Hello students. In this video, let us see about the introduction of chem informatics. First of all, we need to know what is chem informatics. So from the word itself, we can understand that this has a combination of two words, namely chemistry and informatics. So with this, we can just have a presumption that this chem informatics will relate to chemistry and also informatics, that is computer science. So why do we need this chem informatics and what is chem informatics? See, since time immemorial, the chemistry has been an experimental science and lot of compounds and lot of experiments have been done, and that has generated quite a lot of data and information. Still, it is increasing. For example, at the present, more than 41 million different compounds are known, and they have series of physical, chemical, and biological properties, and that involve in so many reactions and are characterized by series of spectra. Now, we need a tool to analyze the data and make predictions. And we need to handle such a voluminous chemical data, and that is possible using computers. So, to some extent, I think you could have comprehended in your mind regarding what is chem informatics. Yes, what you have understood is exactly right. So, it is handling of chemistry informations using computers. So, this is a very simple definition. Now, chem informatics is a field of chemical information technology that uses informational and computational technique to provide deeper understanding and solutions of problems of chemistry. Chem informatics is also known as interface science as it combines physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, biochemistry, statistics, informatics that encompasses design, creation, organization, management, retrieval, analysis, dissemination, visualization, and use of chemical information. So, I can say that these are the two extreme definitions. The first one is a very simple one, and second one is all encompassing one. So chem informatics, we can understand from this definition that it is not a very what to say, it is a very interdisciplinary field which encompasses quite a lot of area in it. Now we shall just look into the origin of this chem informatics or the history of chem informatics. The sequence of events that occurred to culmination of this subject, the chem informatics, are as follows. Basically, efficient data maintenance was needed for physical and chemical characteristics of described compounds. So, documentation was the need of the hour among the chemists. Proper data needed to be monitored among the chemists. So, this first data maintenance or the documentation happened around 1830 when Beerstein's Handbuch der Organischen Chemie was published during 1881, and it contained two volumes registering 1500 compounds, and this is where the data documentation of chemistry literature began. and following which the Chemical Abstract Services, which has currently registered almost 37 million compounds and around 60 million sequences and 15 million single and multi-step data series. So, and the first computer-based system was established around 40 years ago, and the Journal of Chemical Documentation during 1961 began with the documentation, and with the evolution of computers, the same journal was renamed as Journal of Chemistry, Information and Computer Science. So this is the fusion of computer science with chemistry. Following which, during 1970, it was realized that the X-ray crystallographic structures, enzyme structures needed to be deposited in the form of a database, and this resulted in CSD, that is Cambridge Structure Database, which is a source of all the crystallographic data and also the fragment data, and also it includes the data from computational chemistry regarding the macromolecules. And all the macromolecular data are stored in protein database, that is protein data bank. So this is how the chem informatics are mutually related applied area. Now this figure is going to tell us in what way the chem informatics and bioinformatics go hand in hand. The drug, that is the design of the drug, that is the lead molecule, is a part of cheminformatics, while the study of the gene or the binding target structures is an event of bioinformatics, and both together leads to the drug design. And during the evolution of cheminformatics, first of all, Open Web Access Journal was published during 2000, namely Chemical Informatics Letter. This website is edited by Goodman and is in hypertext format rather than the regular conventional journal format. And these are the stepping stones of chem informatics. And finally, we will see now the web portals are available, which give the sources for chem informatics studies and so on and so forth. So this is how the chem informatics evolved into a entity or a thoroughly established field of research. So this chemistry is a science that is combining with informatics to form chem informatics. Not only chemistry, even the medical informatics, which focuses on diseases, patients, and drugs, are known. Crystalloinformatics and protein informatics are other interdisciplinary informatics field. Now, why do we need this? What is the importance of chem informatics? So this is already we have seen, but anyway, I would like to repeat it once again. There are three aspects of cheminformatics, which is information acquisition. It is a process of generating and collecting data empirically from theory. Information management, and it deals with storage and retrieval of information, and information use, data analysis, correlation, and application of problems in chemical and biological sciences. So these are the three things that are being done in chem informatics. That is, whatever are the chemical compounds, you acquire all the informations relating to the compounds, and you manage the data, and you analyze the data and predict results. So this is the so we can understand that this chem informatics has its uh, root or has its hand on various subjects, namely environmental spectroscopy, pharmacology, regulations, toxicology, synthesis and analysis and modeling, environmental hazards, etc. and etc. So you can now realize that this chem informatics is a thoroughly an interdisciplinary subject. Yes. So you can just say the three footings of chem informatics as CASD, structure representation, and chemometrics. So this chem informatics is used to represent the molecules understandable to the computer, and whatever the structures the computer generates using the binary, it has to be converted into a graphical form which a chemist can understand. So this is the main role of this chem informatics at the first stage, that is chem informatics helps us to convert the two-dimensional and three-dimensional chemical informations in the form of the structures into the information that can be accessed by the computers and vice versa. So this is again a very important aspects of the chem informatics, following which you have, it is very much useful as a tool in chemometrics. So chemometrics is another terminology which is a subset of chem informatics, which includes all the analytical parameters that are relating to chemistry. So this includes the chemometrics. And the next one is CASD. This deals with the computer aided synthesis and design. So you can just screen the compounds and you can predict the combinatorials of the reaction, and you can design a synthesis with the help of computers. This is again a area of chem informatics. So you can, this is actually explained in a detailed way. So it is used for chemometrics. So chemometrics is nothing but, I have already explained that it is the analytical part of your property prediction part of your chemistry. And the next component which we have seen is CASD, that is computer assisted synthesis and design. So this actually involves the artificial intelligence in pharmaceutical, food, textile, and agro industries. Next, structure searching involves determination of features like bond order, rings, aromaticity, and it includes the searching the whole structure, substructure, structure similarity, and diversity. So, by using various spectral methods, you can just compare and you can predict the properties of chemical compounds even without going into experiments. So, this is again a applications of chem informatics. So, now just let us, before seeing more applications, just let us look into the tools that may be used for this um, chem informatics. So chem informatics involves three main aspects. So acquiring the data, managing the data, and analyzing using the data. So first one is acquiring the data. Acquiring the chemistry data includes a conversion of structures into the computer recognizable codes, and the codes into the chemist recognizable structure. So this is actually done by using so many softwares, and some of them are listed below, that is ISIS Draw, ChemDraw, ChemWindows, ChemSketch, ChemReader. So these are the softwares that are designed by various companies, and they are either proprietary softwares or freely available. Most of them are freely available softwares in different names with some of the features restricted. So all of you watching this video, immediately switch on to any one of these softwares. ChemDraw is otherwise called as KingDraw. and it is available for free, and ChemSketch is also a free software. So I would advise you that while watching this plate, all of you just type ChemSketch in your Google and just go to the ChemSketch page. You can see a screen in which you can just draw the molecule. I can just show you the structure if you want in the next video. So these are some of the tools. So you may try a few of the tools. Next, you have some tools that may help you to calculate the properties. So these are some of the tools that help you to analyze the properties. For example, LogChem. So it is a inductive logical programming tool for determining the chemical fragments, and then PLSR. So it's again a chemetrics tools, and WENDI, that is Web Engine for non-obvious drug information. So you have drug relating informations in WENDI, and you have ChemMind tool. So this gives the information about the toxicity, and you have, just like HTML, you have CML here, in which it is also called as chemical markup language. So this is very much like a HTML. So all these tools can be um, just gone through, and few of them may be used, practiced. Next, some more tools. MyChemize, it's a 2D editor, it's a Java applet, and Pubchem is an open repository. It's a database management system. It integrates and provides search, retrieval, visualization, programmatic access tools in an effort to maximize the utility of the contributed information. Next, we have OpenBabel. It's a chemical tool which converts a chemical structure into different formats. This is a very important tool because when you are going to use this tool, you are going to just be able to convert a ChemDraw file into a PDB file, and a PDB into your whatever desired format you want. So this OpenBabel is a very useful software. Then we have the Amber tools, in which the simulations may be done, and molecular dynamics may be performed. Very other important tools are SCASDraw, DIVA, Structure Checker Accord, DS Accord, Chemistry Cartridge, Marvin Sketch, Tinker, Argus Lab. Argus Lab is a tool that can be used for molecular modeling. Then you have Babel, BioSolvet, ChemTK, Chimera, JOpenMol, GOpenMol, Grace, GeoLib, ORTEP, LogP, ChemTK. So, as a part of this session, I would request all of you to just go through this Argus Lab, install Argus Lab in your PC, and then you also go into this page, Cowin, Kowwin. So these are the applications which you may try, and I always also ask you to try other applications also. Now, we have seen that cheminformatics is very much related to bioinformatics. So when chemistry and biology are touching each other in the interface, we can very well understand that that deals with the drug design. So the cheminformatics is a very important tool for drug design. It is going to ease the process of drug design, and we will see how. The traditional drug discovery starts with a particular disease or identification of a target, identification of an effective molecule against the target, and preclinical testing. Then identification of target and synthesis to increase its suitability. It takes more amount of times, in terms of 10 to 15 years, because after all the preliminary steps, They have to be put to human trials, and then it takes about 10 to 15 years to develop a good drug. But now it's highly a time where the things needs to go very, very fast. So the modern, with the advent of computer science and with the advent of the uh, computer technology, growing nature of this computer technology, the modern pharmaceutical drug development starts with the four process, that is the disease selection, target identification, this lead identification, lead optimization. So this is followed by preclinical trial testing, clinical testing, approval, and circulation. So for the first four processes, we can effectively employ the cheminformatics techniques. So, in the traditional discovery phase, a lot of money, a lot of time was spent when lead identification and optimization. But with the growth of this computer technology, one is able to speed up the process involving lead optimization and lead identification. So generally a drug includes all these parts, and in all these quadrants, your chem informatics is very much included. Your drug designing includes lead optimization, compound designing, and high throughput synthesis screening, and ADMET study. That is, ADMET is another a word which a chem informatics and a drug designing person is expected to know, which is nothing but absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. So these are the four words that is going to decide the fate of a drug in the human body. And now, what is the effect and how does it ease the chem informatics? How is it going to ease the process of modern drug discovery? So as we have already seen that it includes a four process, that is the target identification, lead optimization, and preclinical trials. We'll just see how the chem informatics is used in each of these steps. Chem informatics is used to identify the target molecules, which are either gene or a protein and could be a potential drug for a particular disease. So identifying a protein is identified protein is separated and ligand binding process are done. So different databases are used for the discovery of the drug targets. After the target identification, validation starts by determining whether modulation of the target will yield the desired clinical outcome or not. After the lead target identification, we need to identify the lead. That is, lead is any compound which very much suits to the target, which binds strongly with the targets. So by using all the searches that is available in the chem informatics, we can just see the similarity and diversity to identify a better lead compound. Once when your lead is not perfectly behaving or binding with the target, you need to optimize that. So this optimization is also done with the help of docking techniques to choose a better lead for good target affinity. Then following which you have preclinical trials. So preclinical trials are the trials which can be done using chem informatics, because with the help of chem informatics we can do what is called as a toxicity test. By using this toxicity test, you are able to find out with the help of computers what is the toxic level of each compound. So therefore, with the help of chem informatics, you can make the drug designing much easier in every phase. So one can see that this is a pipeline of drug synthesis. So first of all, one is able to identify the target, and with the help of chem informatics he is screening the data, and with the help of data mining is able to identify the hits and then subject the hits for lead identification, lead optimization, and preclinical trials. So the preclinical trials involves the toxicology study, which is also done with the help of chem informatics, and following which we have clinical trials. Clinical trials also sometimes includes biosimulations by using molecular dynamics. So finally, with the cooperation and the consistent interplay of both the chem informatics and also the experimental science, one is able to land up with a drug that is ready for approval in the market. And this is the journey of the drug design in which the chem informatics plays a very key role. So I think you would have got a perspective of chem informatics. And before ending this lecture, I would like to just summarize what is chem informatics. Chem informatics is nothing but it is a blend of chemistry and informatics, that is a computer science. So the chemistry part, why do we need the help of computers for this is with the growing amount of data we were in need of a subject which can handle the three aspects. The first one is accumulation of data has to be properly done, and that is data acquisition and data management and data analysis, for which this chem informatics plays a very important role. And this has quite a lot of applications, like we have seen in the case of computer assisted synthesis and design and drug designing, structural searches, etc. So we can understand that chem informatics works very well with the bioinformatics, in which the chem informatics deals with the small ligands, while the bioinformatics talks about the bigger molecules and proteins. So, this chem informatics has quite a lot of involvement in drug designing, because it has influenced every step of the drug discovery by making the 10 to 15 years of drug discovery into a very short span of time. So, this is an introduction of chem informatics. Hope you have uh, enjoyed the content, and please give your feedback in this video. And if you would like to have any updation or clarification, you may present it in the feedback. Thank you. Meet you all in the next lecture, which is about the computer representation of chemical structures, which is a very first aspect of the chem informatics. Bye. Hope you all will, with the help of this video, after listening to the video, just go into the assessment session and just answer the few questions which will help you to see or the monitor to what extent content has been imbibed into you. Thank you.